All right, hello and welcome to a session of FitEssentials. This is our intermediate level class. My name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through. If you're using the blood flow bands, we've already added air, so you can do that now. You might have to kick Moose out here in just a minute. But for now, to get started, we're going to come down to all fours. We'll do a short stretch of the forearms and wrists, and then we have some donkey kicks and some fire hydrant work today. So when you're ready, come into all fours, palms down, fingers turn in towards you. Draw that stomach in and just lean on back. Nice, gentle stretch. And sway your body side to side a bit here as well. Then you're going to turn those hands in, nice wide handprint. Fingers interlace underneath your body, and then we'll rotate from there. Tune into your breathing as you do this, some nice deep breaths. And then go ahead and reverse directions, taking it the other way. Nice and smooth. Fantastic. All right, go ahead and come to kneeling. Roll those wrists around. Getting ready for our donkey kicks and fire hydrants next. Change directions, those wrist circles. Fantastic. All right, nice wide handprint. Go ahead and come back to all fours. We're going to be starting on the left leg. We're going to go donkey kicks 30 seconds, fire hydrants 30 seconds. In between sides, we're going to roll onto our backs. So center your hands and knees, nice wide handprint, and starting on that left leg in 2, 1, here we go. So you're going to keep that knee bent. Really watch so you don't overarch the spine. Try not to set the knee all the way down. Just lower it and then kick it back up. Bottom of the foot towards the floor. Nice. Once you know that movement, try to center your head and neck, drawing that chin in towards your chest, looking straight down. And as always, breathe. Good. Let's go one more. And then you're going to stay on that side and now just start to laterally lift that leg, your fire hydrants here. Open up that hip. Good, keeping those hips and shoulders square. And then just be intentional. It's common to start to try to drop down with your chest towards the ground. So keep drawing that chin in, lifting up. 10 more seconds. Out and in. Nice, G. Just keep it smooth. And 2, 1, and rest. So everyone should have just done their left leg. Go ahead and roll onto your back for a moment. As you come onto your back, hug those legs in, little double kneaded chest, loosen up that lower back. Good, and then we'll keep the knees bent, feet on the ground. Try to readjust your shoulders. So kind of roll to one side, draw those shoulders underneath the spine, set the head so that chin's nice and neutral. And then when you're ready, some nice short bridges here. Not proving anything, just open up the front of the hips. Good. Spend a little bit longer here, about 45 seconds. After a couple more openings, if you want to take it into a bridge hold, you can really lift those hips up. See if you can interlace those hands underneath your body. Draw that chin into the chest and really focus to open up the front. So try to stay long for that lower spine. Squeeze those glutes. You can close those eyes and breathe. We're going to go 10 more seconds here. Pushing through the soles of your feet. Engaging as much of the back of the body as you can. Thighs and glutes. When you're ready, release the hands. Come on down. Return to that double kneaded chest briefly. And then we're going to roll it back over and we'll return to the donkey kicks for the fire hydrants now on the right side. Starting in 15 seconds. So when you're ready, coming back to all fours. Spin around the other way. Reset those hands, spreading those fingers nice and wide, midline drawn in, and now your right leg. Here we go, up and down. Good. Make sure the back doesn't arch. So what we don't want to do is let the belly drop down as the leg rises up. Everyone looking nice and strong here. Think sole of the foot drives up. Nice. Keep lifting up through those shoulders, draw that chin in. Couple more, then we're going to switch to the fire hydrants. Good. When you're ready, same leg up to the outside. Open and close. Kind of meet your hip where it is. Sometimes you might be a little stiff on this lateral leg lift, so don't try to force anything. Nice. 10 seconds to go. And then we're going to return to our back, this time with the option of our frog bridge. So where you'll bring the soles of the feet together. 2, 1, and rest and rotate onto the back. Good. So good position of the upper body. Drive those shoulders underneath, bringing the soles of your feet together, resting that head back. And then when you're ready, it'll be a little bit lower bridge, lifting up, lowering down. Moose, moose. Very good. Keep breathing here. Halfway through, we're going to go 30 seconds on this one. And you can really focus on all those smaller muscles of the pelvic floor, trying to see how much of your body you can get to engage as you lift the hips up and down. It's our last exercise of this circuit. We'll do it one more time through. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Let's go 2-knee twist this time. Arms to the side, knees up and together. Turn that head as you bring the legs to one side of the body. Look over the other shoulder. Get about 2 touches on each side. Nice opening for the chest as well as you bring those legs across, keeping those arms laid out to the side. Fantastic. All right, make your way back to all fours. We're going to start round 2 here in about just over 10 seconds. So you'll return to your left leg. Set the hands, draw that chin in, starting in 5. Donkey kicks first. 2, 1, here we go. Up and down, belly drawn in. Good. So Sharon, make sure those arms don't bend as you lift that leg up. Keep the arms nice and straight. That's better. Smooth. Going to kick a little bit faster this round. Drive it up, pull it down. Breathing out with that kick. Excellent. All right, switching it into fire hydrant, same side of the body, lifting it to the outside. All these small accessory work. Fire up those stabilizer muscles of the hip, spine. Halfway through on the fire hydrants. This time when we take ourselves onto our back, I'm going to go immediately into that bridge hold with the arms underneath my body. If that position doesn't feel the best for you, just work your double leg like that regular glute bridge pulse. All right, go ahead and rest. Coming onto your back. Drawing those shoulders back. So this is a nice opener for the heart and the chest area, as well as the front of those hips. Hips up, hands interlace underneath that body, and then really focus to draw that chin into the chest and breathing here. Trying to open the front of the rib cage. Lengthen through the back of the body. Fantastic. About 10 seconds left. Keep focusing to open without any pain. When you're ready, release those hands, relax on down. A brief little double knee to chest before we come back to our final set of those donkey kicks and fire hydrants. All right, roll it on back over. We'll start here in about 12 seconds onto your right side. Place the hands, walk those knees nice and square. 2, 1, here we go. Right leg up and down. Yep. So Jean, just stick with those fire hydrants, and then when we switch, you'll go to the donkey kicks. Oh, okay, there you go. Maybe you're on those. Oh, all right, cool, gotcha. Halfway through, keep giving some awareness to that upper body. I found myself dropping forward. Good little exercise for the front of that neck as well, drawing that chin in. Excellent. So switching it up. If you're on donkey kicks, go into fire hydrants. If you started with the fire hydrants, go into those donkey kicks. Excellent. Take note of your hands. You still have those fingers spread nice and wide, engaging the arch of the palm, 10 seconds left. And then we'll come onto our back for the final time, finishing with those frog bridges. 3, 2, 1, and transition. Roll it on over. You're going to bring the soles of the feet together. And as soon as you get there, you can begin. Bottoms of the feet together, arms rest at the side, chin draws in, and nice little frog pulse here. Close those eyes and breathe. We've got just over 20 seconds left. Build that strength in the pelvic floor. Final 10 seconds. Fantastic. In 2, 1, go ahead and rest. Awesome job. Moose, you brought me a ball. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to roll back over, come into down dog, and then we're going to make our way up to standing. So raise those hips high, open through that mid back, rocking forward, rocking back, and guide that heart towards the thighs, draw that chin to your chest. Moose, you want to show us a good down dog? And then pedal out those heels, loosen up those calves. Fantastic. When you're ready, you're going to slowly inchworm your way, walking the feet towards the hands, hands towards the feet, maintaining a nice soft bend in those knees. Come slowly out of that forward fold position. Oh, no, we did both sides. You might have missed one of the start. Anyone else? Am I not off on that? If you missed both sides, then go ahead and balance it out. Did I mess up? I think we did all 4. Yeah, we're good. Jean, I think we just started a little bit. You missed our first set of those. No. Okay. A little bit of confusion, making sure everybody was balanced. Once you come on up to standing, let's grab a drink. I'm like, I have done that before, but I think I was on this time. Hip circles while you're waiting. We've got some squatting, some stationary lunges, all kinds of little movements coming up next. Good, and then reverse those hip circles, taking it the other way. Nice job. Let's go ahead and stretch those quads for a moment. Coming up onto one leg, grab that foot. You can challenge your balance here. Heel, we ideally want to be able to touch that heel towards the glute. You can make contact, that's great. You want to reach it out here nice and long as the chest comes forward, the thigh reaches high. Keeping that hip down towards the floor, you'll tend to rotate away. Squeezing, holding strong, and coming up from there. Nice job. We'll take it right to that other leg. Lifting on up, squeeze those shoulders back. Pulling the heel. Stay tall first. And then if you want to lean out, reach it out. Find that spot. Good. Solid, Amy. And 3, 2, 1. And stand it up from there. Excellent. All right, we're going to get moving right into our next piece, starting with some squats. I'm going to go unweighted on this first round. If anybody wants to use some weights, you can. I would encourage you, use it as a bit of a warm-up. So when you're ready, feet about hip width apart, midline drawn in, and we'll start to send those hips back, reach those arms up and forward, up and down. Good. Breathing in as you lower, breathing out as you're standing. Vary up our intervals a little bit here today. 10 more seconds on the squat, and then we're going to go into either a step jack or a jump jack, depending upon where your body's feeling. Good. Final time on that squat. And as soon as you finish, come back up to standing, either step it out, nice full circles of the arms. Nice. Good. So maybe you feel ready for some jumping. I'll take it into a little bit jumping as well. 10 more seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. All right. So let's go ahead. We're going to go into our stationary lunge next. So let's start with your right leg. Nice big step forward, keeping your feet hip width apart. You're going to hold this lunge position. And then when you're ready, you can reach those arms out as you lower that back knee down. Front shin stays vertical and that front heel stays planted. Good. So I like to think about I lower down and then I kind of push myself up and away out of that front heel. Nice. Arms reach out. Breathing in as you lower, breathing out as you stand. A few more. Last time. And rest. Good job. Walking the feet in. Should have been your right leg forward. Now we're going to stand with those feet a little bit wider and just warm up a little bit of hinging. Reach for the ground. Touch the hips. Reach up to overhead. And like a little head, shoulders, knees, and toes. There you go. Bowing down. Squeeze the glutes. Reaching up. One or two more. Kind of waking up the back of the body from a standing position. Fantastic. Good. When you finish that last one, back to our lunge stance. Now with that left foot forward. Feet hip width apart. Shoulders square. And here we go. Lowering the back knee down. Arms reach out. Good. You want to feel a burn in the muscles without any pain in the joints. If you are having any discomfort, it's usually the front knee that will talk to people on this one. So if that's the case for you, you want to check in on the positioning of that foot. All right, one or two more, controlling it down, standing tall, and shake it out. Good job. As you walk those feet back in, you're going to a march or a running high knee. It's our last exercise of this circuit. Good, eyes up. 20 seconds, we'll be back to those squats. You want to take a pause. You need to grab a drink or grab some weights. I'm going to go a little bit of weighting squats and lunges on this second time through. All right, starting our squats in 5 seconds. Feet about hip width apart, eyes up and forward. When you're ready, go ahead and join us. We're going to go 40 seconds on this set of squats. So if you're a little bit slow on joining, no problem. Pushing those elbows up and forward. Squeeze the glutes as you come all the way to standing. Nice. Halfway, that's our first 20. Taking it through another 20. We're going to have 20 seconds of jumping jacks before we go back to those stationary lunges. One or two more on these squats. And rest. Good job. If you're using weights, set them down and then taking it right into your step or jump jacks. Awesome. 5 more seconds. 2, 1, pause. Good job. Right leg forward first, stationary lunge. Toes forward, eyes up. You can go back to those weights. Square those hips. And we'll start together in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Stationary position. You get a little bit more burn out of these because you have more time under tension for your muscles. Good. We want to really focus on that nice tall chest position. Beautiful. 10 seconds left. Those of you holding weights, we're going to hold on to them for that ground to overhead coming up next. And rotate. Very nice. So you walk the feet in, walk the feet wide outside the hips, and then we're going to push the hips back, push the knees out. You can kind of curl the weights, press up to overhead. Use it more for mobility here, waking up the body than for speed. Practice that nice strong hinging position. Feel that belly draw in as your hips push back. And then strong through the middle as you press up to overhead. Good. Final time. Over, up, press high, and rest. Awesome. Back to our lunge with the left foot forward. So eyes tall. Step that left foot forward. Square those shoulders. 2, 1, and begin. Fantastic. Nice, fluid, Good, moving and breathing here. Good. Chest a little bit taller. Sharon, on your next round, if you can hold the weights up at your chest level, it's going to help you keep your chest a little bit taller as you stand. Good. Nice, Jean. That's great, crew. And resting there. Good job. Go ahead and set that weight down. And we're back to our running high knee. Or the march. Fantastic. 10 more seconds. Those of you wearing the bands, we're going to let the air out after this set. 3, 2, 1, and pause. Great job. We'll take 30 seconds. Grab a drink, whatever weights you want to use for your last round of that goblet squat. We do have some thrusters coming up in our final circuit. You're going to stay around for that final set. Just keep that in mind. 15 seconds till we go. Gonna hold a little bit heavier weight right underneath the chin. You can also have one in each hand. Set the feet right about hip width apart. When you're ready, go ahead and join us. Oh, Jean, we're on the squat first before the lunges. Double-legged squat, there you go. Nice work. Pushing those elbows forward as you sit back. Really open up through the front of the shoulders. That protraction position. So you feel like kind of like you're shrugging your shoulders up and forward, raising those elbows nice and high. Good. 10 more seconds. We got 40 seconds on this squat, and then we'll have 30 seconds on the lunge work. 3, 2, 1. Jump jacks first. 20 seconds on these jump jacks. Woo! There you go. You can also just do like a little side-to-side bounce or stepping it out. Almost there. And pause. Great job. We're going back to the right leg forward on the stationary lunge. If you're holding weights, see if you can hold them up underneath that chin. Big step forward. Keeping those hips nice and square. 2, 1. Go get it. Up and down. Good. Just lightly, just kissing that kneecap to the floor. Barely touching. And then pushing up out of that front leg. So I always give you all my sand on the beach, trying to make those nice deep footprints with the heels, pushing into that sand. Awesome. Good, maybe one more. And pause. In between sides, you have that ground to overhead from that sumo stance. So feet walk wide, midline draws in. I send those hips back as I reach that weight down. Curl to the chest. Squeeze the glutes as you raise high to overhead. Good. About 5 times or so. Watching that mid back and low back position as you push up to overhead. You want to keep the front of the ribs drawn down. Good. Breathing in as you lower, sending those hips back. Breathing out as you push up to overhead. Final time, friends. Woo, good job. Final set of lunges coming up next. Left leg forward. We'll start here in 10 seconds. Nice big step forward with that left leg. Elbows up. 2, 1. Here we go. Up. Nice. Ahead. Just lightly tapping that back knee down. Just a second, Moose. Moose is tangled in the, oh, you figured it out, buddy. Good. He's tangled in the grill cover. Halfway through on this side. We'll finish this circuit with that running high knees, and then we're going to come right down for a forearm plank. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Make sure you set your weights down. Eyes up. Go ahead and march or run with those knees in place. We'll take 20 seconds here. And then we're going to be working that 2-minute challenge on the forearm plank. Final 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're going to start the 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and then we'll have a stretch break. So coming down to the floor, palms down, coming into that forearm plank position. 2, 1, and coming on up. Now, if you're someone that when we've done this before, you've been able to hold for that consecutive 2 minutes, you can start to add a little bit of a challenge here. You can do what we call like side steps with the feet. You can challenge the body a little bit and just take little mini steps as I'm demonstrating here. 1 step to one side, back to center, stepping to the other side. If you're someone that's still working towards that 2-minute plank, then just keep holding that plank. Hold it nice and stable, drawing the belly in, not letting those hips drop down. We are 40 seconds in. Chin in, eyes forward. You can just close those eyes. Take yourself to that happy place. Focus on breathing. Awesome work. Try to still flex that lower body, kind of squeeze the tush a little bit. Keep engaging those quads. We're over a minute in now, over halfway. You can't chew on that. Sorry. It's not the chew toy. Yeah. Eyes forward. Everyone's looking great. Way to go. 45 seconds left. Drawing that chin in. Woo. Keep working those little side steps if that feels right for your body. Otherwise, that's 90 seconds. 30 seconds left. Awesome job. Watch that shoulder position. Keep lifting up to that mid back. No dip of those hips. Belly draws in. That's a minute 45. We're under 15 seconds to go. Loose. We're almost there. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And let's take it into child stretch. Woo, nice job. Toes together, knees divide. Walk those arms out and then lower your hips on back. Great job, crew. Lower that head down and breathe here. Good. Let's take into that child side stretch. So back to all fours, walk the hands to one side, reach that arm out, lower those hips back. About 3 breaths there, and then we'll take it to the other side. Good. Walk those hands to the other side. Arm reaches out, hips square, lower arm back. Nice stretch for that side body. Fantastic. As you come back to all fours, we're going to do our mid-back rotations. So they have a little bit of overhead work coming up in the last series. So even if you're not going to join us for that, use this as some good mobilization for that mid-body. So as we breathe in, elbow comes the opposite elbow. We breathe out, peering up towards the ceiling or sky. Go between 6 and 10, and then we'll switch sides. Try to take that moment in the top position. Follow the elbow with the eyes, gazing up. Really focus to lift up out of that down side shoulder. And then when you're ready, go ahead and switch sides. Same thing other way. Breathing out so you can get a little bit more rotation through that mid back. Good, 1 or 2 more. And then we're going to take it back to down dog and make our way up to standing. All right, when you're ready, place the hands, turn the toes back under, raise those hips high, rocking forward, rocking back. No rush here, take your time. Draw that chin in, allow that body to open. And then we'll stretch the calves. Try to lower that one heel all the way to the floor, lengthening the back of that lower leg. Fantastic. And then when you're ready, start to return to that inchworm position, bowing down and then slowly rising up. Good. As you come up to standing, we're going to take you back into that behind the back stretch. So you'll walk those feet nice and wide. Oops, I didn't get my camera all the way up. Draw those shoulders back behind you, interlace those hands, ribs down, and then send those hips back. Coming up in the next piece, we have 2 movements with some weight training. Option of some deadlifts or some swings. I'm going to deadlift on the first round. I'll probably go into some swings on rounds 2 and 3. Coming up from that forward bow when you're ready. Take it into a little side step arm swing. Our second exercise will be unweighted. We'll be practicing a little bit of a lateral step over, opening up through the hips. And then we'll finish with some goblet thrusters. You'll hold the weights here at the chest, reaching up to overhead. If you're stiff in that mid back, you can always go one arm up at a time. If you want to take a pause from your squatting at the end of the circuit today, you can simply work that overhead position. All right, so let's grab a drink of water. And then find the weights that you want to use for your first round of picking it up off the ground for the deadlift. Get you that. All right. So after you get that drink, coming back into position, similar to what we did for that ground to overhead, I recommend having that sumo stance. So feet outside the hips. We're going to start here in 10 seconds. Take aware of where it's happening at the mid body. So draw the belly in, make sure you're nice and neutral through that low back. Soft bend of the knees, bowing forward at the hips. And then when you're ready, starting with that deadlift, hinging over, squeeze the back of the body, squeeze the tush as you stand tall. Excellent. Breathing in on the down, breathing out on the up. I think I said 3 rounds, but we've got time. We're going to go 4 rounds of this circuit here to finish. 10 seconds left. Using this first one as a bit of a warm up. New movement patterns. Good. One more time. Control it down, standing tall, and then control it down as you lower it down to step it out of the way. As soon as you set it down, we're going to go to those lateral step-overs with some nice big arm swings. Nice. Spread the fingers wide as well. Pick that leg up as high as you can, up and over. Good. Make sure it's easy to get in and out of that bathtub. Stepping over your pets. Good. 10 more seconds. Getting ready for that thruster next. 2, 1, and transition. Good job. Recommend holding weights if you can. Maybe 1 in each hand or 1 in underneath the chin. Back to your squatting stance. All right. So when you're ready, we can go both arms together as you reach to overhead, or as you stand, you can go one arm, lower yourself back down, and then the other. So just base it on how your body's feeling. If you tend to be a little stiff in the upper body, maybe one arm at a time, kind of reduce the number of times that you engage those traps. You've been back in the gym training a little bit harder this week, so I'm choosing that one arm at a time. Give my body a little bit of a break here. All right, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Final exercise of our circuit is just some rebounding hops. So up and down, a little bit of lateral if you're comfortable with that. Pumping the arms at the sides. Nice strong blood flow, good. Awesome. And if anybody here doesn't like to jump, you can also kind of support your upper body and just do a really nice bounce of the heels, keeping the balls of the feet on the ground. Good for your lymphatic system. Get that shake. 2, 1, and everybody rest. All right, short break. We'll take 20 seconds. On round 2, you can do a kettlebell swing. You can stick with those deadlifts or a skier swing. Now, if you have heavier weights that you can pick up and challenge yourself on the deadlift, I would recommend that. If you're limited by the amount of weight you can pick up, but you want to challenge yourself a bit more, then you can practice the dynamic version of the swing. All right, midline neutral, toes forward. When you're ready, here we go. So stick with those deadlifts if you like. This is called the skier swing. I'm holding one dumbbell in each hand. I've got my hands on the outsides of my body, keeping that weight up above the knees. Just a little dip of the chest as I bow forward, and then squeeze the glutes as I drive the hips up, stand tall. Good. Great job with those deadlifts, Sharon. She's got some nice heavy weights to challenge yourself at home. And then everybody take that pause. Recommend setting the weights down. We're back to those lateral step-overs with our arms circled. So open through that chest. Nice. A little shorter interval on this one, leading more towards about 20 seconds. 10 to go. That knee up, lift the foot and toes. Good, let's go one more time, over and back. Super. All right, we'll take 15 seconds getting set for those thrusters. Overhead press or reach. Starting in 10. Remember, there's the option of a squat. If your legs need a break, just work that upper body. 2, 1, here we go. All the way down. If you're choosing the squat, you can go both arms together or one at a time. Another reason why it would be good to do a single arm overhead press is if you're someone that's stiff through your mid back, and if you feel like you're arching your back when you go both arms together. Your body will give you a little bit more forgiveness in that position with one arm at a time. Keep squeezing that tush as you stand tall. Protect that lower spine. Good, maybe one more time. And pause, awesome. We're back to our rebounding hops without your weights. Nice little light hops up and down. You want to add that little lateral rebound, pump those arms, eyes up. Fantastic, that's our halfway point. We have 2 more rounds left. We're gonna start round 3 here in 20 seconds. Feel free to grab a drink. I'm gonna continue to demo the swing. This time I'm gonna go more to that traditional kettlebell. I'm gonna have the weight between my legs. All right, starting in 5. Belly drawn in, bowing down, and when you're ready. So for the swing, I stand it all the way up, and I get that momentum with the hips. The arms are just guiding the weight. Excellent, good, Amy. Breathing in on the down, breathing out as that weight floats up. Beautiful, good, 10 more seconds. Hands should be high by the thighs on that down swing. Keep it close to your center of gravity. And rest. Excellent, we're back to our lateral step-overs. Beautiful, open those arms. Open the hands. We tend to get really stiff in our hands, holding our phones all day, working at our keypads, holding onto our dog leashes, whatever else we do to use our grip. So it's a time we can kind of be intentional about opening those hands up and rest. Good job. 10 seconds, back to those thrusters. End of set 3. Back to our squatting position, elbows up and forward. When you're ready, either both arms together or one arm at a time, alternating arms. So those that are ready to break from those squats, you can just stay up here, work that little quarter squat, either 2 together or again, one at a time. 10 seconds left. Woo! 2, 1, and everybody rest. Awesome job. You're gonna take a full break. You wanna keep that blood flow pumping, keep that intensity up, coming back to your rebounding hops. 20 seconds to go. Make sure that you're not high on your toes. You wanna just gently graze the ground with your heels, and then practice that rebound right back up. Midline nice and strong. And pause, great job. 15 seconds, we'll be into our 4th and final round. Either deadlifts or swings. If 3 was good for you, then just hang out and wait for the end. 2, 1, begin. Standing tall. Nice strong drive in the hips. Beautiful, good. Switching back to those deadlifts for some. It's a great choice as well. Halfway through. Notice the head and neck position as well. Chin in as you bow down. Eyes up, looking ahead as you stand tall. And there's our rest. Good job. Lateral Stepovers. Opening through the arms. Great exercise just to give a nice gentle smile with as well. Try to be playful with it. Good. Let's go one more time, over and back. And getting ready for our final set of that thruster with the overhead work. Starting in 10 seconds. Great job, everyone. Elbows forward, set the feet. And here we go. Final 30 seconds. So I'm going to slow it down a little bit for myself. Depending upon where you are with your body, with your energy levels, with what you have the rest of the day. You want to push the pace a little bit. We have 15 seconds left. You just hold nice technique as you do. Good. And 3, 2, 1. We are all done there. And we'll finish with just a nice little light rebounding action. Good. 20 seconds left. So bouncing the body really helps our body to flush our toxins, helps support our lymphatic system, which is like the sewer system of your body, help clear out all the gunk, energize ourselves. It's like a detox with movement and rest. All right, here's a round of applause. Grab a drink. I'm going to be using this post here for the first part of our stretch. You can use a doorway in your space. Maybe you have a nice post around, even the wall, if you need a wall to mimic on. All righty. So first thing we're going to do is the lat stretch from standing. So I'm going to try to grab on the side. If you don't have a door frame, you can also grab onto like a chair or like a desk. You're going to walk the feet back, draw the stomach in, palm towards the post. I grab on, I kind of hang back, and then that opposite arm is going to reach under. And then just lengthening through this area here. Somewhere to grab on, trying to hang back, lower that head down, and then breathe. 1 or 2 more breaths. And come on up when you're ready. Same thing, other side. So again, I'm going to turn my palm so that it faces in as I grab on. Walk the feet back. Lean on back if you can as you're holding on. And then that opposite arm is going to reach under. Try to look underneath the shoulder of the side you're stretching. Then try to expand that area where you feel that stiffness. Using your breath to really breathe deep. And come up from there. Excellent. All right, pec stretch next. So now I'm going to bring my elbow right up about shoulder height. Anchor that forearm down. Draw the ribs in. Inside leg steps forward. I'm going to lean into it so I get a nice lengthening of the front of the pec. And now I'm going to rotate my body away from the side I'm stretching. Turn that head and neck. Have a great day. And then we'll circle that outer arm. Just about 3 backward circles. Breathing in as you reach up, breathing out as you circle back. Fantastic. When you're ready, same thing, other side. Elbow high, anchor it in, leaning forward. That's where you really get the magic of opening up that chest and then rotate away. Turning that head and neck as well as you look over that shoulder. And then when you're ready, breathing in as you reach forward, breathing out as you circle back. Wonderful. We're going to be coming down to a lunge position next for our next series. So if you need to double up your mat or bring a little pillow over for your knee, if it bothers you to be on the knee for a little while. And sometimes a yoga block is helpful as well. We're going to be coming down by the instep. So if that's tough for you, you can bring a block around. Let's start with your left knee down and right foot forward. Good. So first of all, draw the stomach in, shift the hips forward, interlace the hands, raise those arms up to overhead. And we'll start with a rotation of your torso. So you're going to rotate your body towards your right leg, really focus and try to flex that glute of that trail hip. So trying to squeeze the glute on that left hip, holding that rotation for a couple of breaths, and then go ahead and come on out. Excellent. From here, we'll add the tricep stretch. So raise that left arm straight up, draw the chin in. You're bending that elbow of the left arm as you reach around, drawing that elbow back with the chin in. Still keeping that hip shift, and now you're going to side bend, bending towards that front leg. Now a gentle rotation of that head if you'd like, and we'll come in and out of this one about 3 times. So I come back with the hips, come forward with the hips, and that nice side bend. Watch the neck position, keep drawing that chin in. Last time, hips back and forward, eyes up, gently rotate, and release. Fantastic. Go ahead and come on up, switching sides. Same thing, other knee. So now it would be your left leg forward, right knee back. I'm on the same side, so sometimes we mirror each other. This time we're not. Constantly buried. Interlace those hands, raise them up, hips back, hips forward. Remember, our rotation of the torso is first. So as I'm leaning into that back hip, I'm just going to simply rotate my body, turning the head and neck. And then I'm trying to flex that trail leg so I can get a nice lengthening through the front of the hip, up into those deep hip flexors of your psoas. Release when you're ready. Some nice, beautiful birds here this morning. And now we'll come back to that tricep stretch. Hip forward, right arm reaches up, chin in, bending that elbow as you reach around. So the whole goal here is to drive that elbow back, opening that hip, and adding that side bend, lengthening the side of the body. Our muscles are all wrapped in that fascia material. You can think of it like saran wrap around our bodies. So I really like to connect the different patterns, open up our body in different sequences, because it's all intertwined. Rocking in, rocking out, and rest. Good job. Back to your first leg. You can stay down here if you want. Stand it back up, however you choose. Let me grab my block. So with the right leg forward, you're going to take the right elbow on the inside of the right knee, and then just slide on down, hovering by the instep of your ankle. Bow the head down and just spend a moment here breathing, inviting that outer right hip to open. Depending upon your flexibility, it might not feel too stiff, or it might feel really stiff. And then we're going to open up our mid back, starting with the right hand. You're going to crawl those fingers underneath that left arm, seeing how far you can reach with that hand. And now here, if you're stiff, you can use the block underneath the left hand. You're going to rotate back. I'll do it 3 times. So as I open, I'm going to crawl that hand back under. How far can I reach there? And then try to breathe out as you pivot back. Follow that right hand with your gaze. Good. One more time. Reaching under, breathing in, and breathing out on that pivot. Beautiful. We're going to do the same concept, this time with the left hand. Now the left hand crawls underneath the right leg. Take that time. See how far can I reach underneath that right leg? And then as you come up, rotating out. Pausing that open position. Getting a nice, beautiful length through that rib cage. Crawling under and opening out. Good. After this 3rd time, we'll go ahead and switch which leg is forward. Very good. Now we'll switch it up, bringing the right knee down, left foot forward. Same thing, other side. Starting with that elbow on the inside of the knee, slide on down the shin, and just pause here in this forward position. Breathing about 3 times. And then when you're ready, we'll start with the right hand, crawling underneath that left leg. Rotating out. Pretty common on this one, and my body will start to open. I'll get a nice little adjustment through that spine as we rotate. It's also kind of a perfect time because your body is nice and warm from your training session. Sometimes that invites the joints to help to get a little bit more movement. And when you do 3 times on the right arm, then we'll move into 3 times on the left, crawling the left hand underneath your right hand, pivoting back. Great job, everyone. One more time. Fantastic. When you finish those 3 rotations, we're going to make our way down to the floor, returning to your back to finish our sessions. Just making your way. Draw the shoulders underneath your body. Nice opening of the chest position. And we're going to return to that 2-knee twist we did in our first series. So bringing the knees up and together, arms to the side, nice and smooth here. Bringing the legs to one side. Turning the head, looking over that other shoulder, and then up and across. Anywhere between 2 and 3 touches on both sides. Spend as long in that twist as you like. See what feels best for you. Once you finish with this 2-knee twist, you're going to take it into a little happy baby. And then that will be the end of our session. Fantastic. So when you're ready, working those elbows on the insides, the knees, grabbing the outer shins or the bottoms of the feet if you can. And then just like a quick call, a little happy baby. Use this movement to both loosen up that low back as well as kind of open up those inner thighs a bit. Sometimes it feels good to bring the soles of the feet together if you want to kind of pull the feet in towards your groin and belly area. And change it up a little bit. Anybody wants to bring the legs over their head for more of that plow position, you can do that. And then when you're all said and done with it, everything, you have that space, reach your arms up to overhead, lengthen out through those legs. Take a few nice deep breaths to stretch your body long. And as you're coming into that finished position, arms come down to the sides. I invite you to bring one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your heart area. Just close those eyes. We're going to take 30 seconds here just to be still. Kind of drop out of your head. Bring yourself into your body. Remember the amazement of what your heart does for you, all the functions of your organs that just your body takes care of on your own. All right, friends, thank you so much. Make sure you take time to express gratitude for yourself, taking the time. It takes something to show up and move your body. It's always easy to be distracted by something else to handle. And show a little grace for what your body provides for you. Let go of all the criticism. All right, everybody, take care. Have a great weekend, and we'll be back here on Monday.